Childish Gambino, rapper, comedian, actor, someone who I personally like, someone who I have made a request video about over a year ago, and I expressed some concerns, but for the most part, it's mostly a positive outlook on Childish Gambino. Now, he's been, of course, doing his round of, radio promotions recently. And I got a tweet yesterday from a China buffet. He sent me a tweet and he said that Childish Gambino had mentioned something about me in a freestyle that he did with Sway. So I saw the tweet and I checked it out. I checked out the freestyle. And actually, I'll play it for you guys right now.
A lot of people try and go and talk shit, but your girl stopped me on the street like it's stopping frisk, and a bunch of D-dots want to talk a lot of shit, but that's cool because in the real world, they really don't exist. It's all because the internet.
First of all, I just want to get one thing that's hilarious just out of the way. If he is possibly addressing me, I just want to say that Childish Gambino is the rapper that I personally think I can kick his ass. I honestly think that I could, but that's like one out of like 1,000, maybe. So I guess if anybody, it's probably fitting that it would be him if in fact he is referring to me. Now, he said a bunch of D-dots. Now, there is one D-dot that I am aware of whom I've actually known from another website from back in the day, rapmusic.com. And I'm referring to D.Omen, who went by the name of just D.Omen back then, but I guess he switched it up to D.Omen. And from what I understood is that site is just, it's a typical blog site with, news and just, gossip and album streaming, etc. So I didn't think that he was referring to that site, even though there's a possibility. And then, of course, the other D-dot could be me. And then there's also the hilarious chance that D-Dot, for some reason, within Childish Gambino's circle of friends, is a term for somebody who talks shit. And I think that would be hilarious if that were the case as well. Of course, there's no way of really finding any of this out because, it's a small line said within a freestyle. So, go figure. I just want to say that if in fact it was a shot towards myself, I understand that critiquing rappers and critiquing artists, it's always a tough thing because just the thought of critiquing art is sort of an icky thing. And it's never something that I intended to do. It's just what the request series turned into. But it's what I'm doing for the time being because that's what you guys want to hear. But it's not, what I'm truly passionate about writing about. You understand? So it's a nasty sort of feeling that I get sometimes when I feel a certain way about an artist where it's not good. Let's just say that. And even though Childish Gambino is somebody, like I said, I'll put the request that I did about him, I'll put that in the description below just in case you never saw it. By checking out the requests, you can see that there's no reason why there would be an ill feeling. But I do understand the sensitivity of an artist, about somebody critiquing your work, about somebody just having an opinion on what you do when they don't know you and they don't know you personally. So I understand how people can take offense to that. But what I will say is that's always the argument that I use with people when they say, well, you're hating on this person. But it's like if I ever made it to a stage as far as radio, as far as broadcasting, and people all of a sudden start to have opinions on the things that I do, I can't go ahead and say, well, you guys are hating on me because such and such. I've decided to unleash my voice onto the public. And when you do that, you reap off the benefit of getting attention. You reap off the benefit of being revered as an intellectual, being revered as a thought-provoking person. But what comes along with that also is people get to fucking call you out on shit and what they like and what they don't like. So my feeling about it has always been, if I were the one in that position, I wouldn't have any problem with it whatsoever. That's why when I had the situation with Hobson, it wasn't something that bothered me when he had something to say. And now if in fact he's referring to me, unless D. Dot is an underground, like a really obscure rap artist that no one knows about and is on the internet. Unless, if not, then, whatever. I just want to say that I feel that I would be consistent in that I would be okay with somebody having things to say, because I want to address things. I want to open up conversation, and I want to build with people, and I want people to think more. So, of course, I would encourage people to question me as well. So I just want to get back to the fact that I am 6'1". Okay, you guys can't see me. I'm not a tall person. I say I'm 6'1", but I don't say that to say that I am a giant. I'm 6'1" to say that I am, I'm an average tall person. So I'm not a small guy. I'm about 180 something, 90 something pounds. So I'm not a physically intimidating figure, but from what I can tell, Donald Glover is a small guy. Okay? So if you're listening out there, Mr. Gambino, with your goddamn album, which is slated to a touchdown December 10th, 2013, and I look forward to it. I look forward to listening to it, and I look forward to making a second request about Childish Gambino when it happens, and this situation will in no way, shape, or form change my view on how I would approach that video. As always, he starts out with a clean slate, just like everyone else does. I don't carry any resentment into a second request that I do about someone. So I look forward to that, and I'll leave you guys again with the clip, the freestyle that Childish Gambino did on Sway's radio show. And I'll see you guys next week.
A lot of people try and go and talk shit, but your girl stopped me on the street like it's stopping frisking. A bunch of D-dots want to talk a lot of shit, but that's cool, because in the real world, they really don't exist. It's all because the internet